Hi there. We have some exciting new updates on our investor reporting that we'd like to share with you. We hope these changes provide further insights to the overall health of our assets and preemptively answer some questions about our decision-making process and overall strategy. Each package will include a title page outlining the property we are reviewing, its address, the date we acquired the property, as well as the unit count or total square footage, and a photo. Next, we have our commentary page, which we use to outline any strategy changes or property updates that need to be communicated to the partnership that are not so easily explained through our financial reporting. It is important to note that if a property is stable and there are no significant changes or updates, a property will not have a commentary page. Then we move into our financial investment overview, beginning with cash flow. Starting off with the basics, the cash flow section in the top left details the income, expenses, capex, and debt service values to provide the overall cash flow generated by the asset for the quarter. Provided for comparison purposes are the prior quarter, year-to-date, and budget figures. This cash flow value represents actual cash transfers and not accruals. The cash flow figure feeds directly into the reserve balances line, change in cash. This is how much cash the property added to the balance sheet this quarter. The ending cash pre-distribution item is how much cash the property had at the end of the quarter and is the number we use to conduct our distribution analysis. We then compare our reserve goals versus our cash for the quarter to determine if a property is able to disperse. If we have more cash than our reserve goal, then generally we are able to disperse. It's important to note that upcoming capex or having too much cash held at the lender versus at the property can also affect the total distribution for the quarter. If the property is not able to disperse in a given quarter, the cash quarters to annual goal figure gives an approximation for how many quarters based on our budget we expect it to take for an asset to distribute. For assets that are distributing, you can see the distribution in the cash distribution section. This section is showing how free cash from the quarter is actually being used. Depending upon reserves, we will either hold back cash or distribute. The details of the distribution are directly below in the equity and distribution section. The quarterly distributions, along with the breakdown of the distribution category, are detailed here. The pref due is how much prefs are owed for the quarter, and prefs paid is how much was actually paid, and total profits include both LP and GP profits paid for the quarter. To the right of each distribution is the annualized return on equity, which is the ROI of the distribution if it was annualized. The year-to-date figures and lifetime figures are also detailed. In addition to the actual distributions on the asset, we also estimate the net asset value, or NAV, to give a more accurate reading on the overall value of the property. Details on the NAV can be found in the deal basis section. The deal basis is comprised of the total equity and debt minus any cash. It represents how much total capital is in the deal, and the valuation is determined by market conditions and is based off cap rate and current offers coming in on the property. The valuation minus the deal basis gives the net asset value and shows the overall appreciation of the deal. Since net asset value includes both debt and equity, a positive NAV means additional profits will be realized on top of 100% return of capital in a hypothetical exit. The deal facts section has supplementary information about the details of the deal. The initial purchase price is a good figure to compare to the valuation to showcase the appreciation. The CapEx and operations section have the budget and KPIs for our business operations. The gains realized here translate directly to higher revenues, lower expenses, and ultimately improve profitability. Our monthly revenue and expense charts outline month-over-month operational trends related to the operations section. And last on the page, we have our debt details, including the lender, our principal balance, interest rate, maturity date, any interest-only period, and our goal versus actual DSCR. We also provide the partnership with a comparative income statement outlining quarter-over-quarter performance, as well as the property balance sheet. We hope you find our new reporting helpful, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to contact us at invest@greenleafmgmt.com. We're here to help.